Thank you, Dr. Fu. Maggie is a wonderful musician and an educator. He's a real creative music writer and a recreational therapist practitioner, and currently in the journey of study acupuncture at the Georgian College in Canada. Her passion of the natural and the holistic healing, supporting individuals to live their happiness and the healthiest life, grown as she worked in the long-term care facility and the community clinic. The focus on the recovery and the maintain of a physical, emotional, and social well-being. Maggie has been singing and performing in the music theater since she's the age of 10. She spent many years performing and teaching guitar and songwriting. Writing music has always served as a creative and emotional outlet for Maggie. Through the various guitar strumming, the pattern, the choreography, and lyric choice, the Maggie is able to evoke the emotion with himself and her listener. She's always enthusiastic about sharing the music with others. And his presentation today is wonderful, the music, and we're going to enjoy his music therapy, enjoy his own music. He's going to play. Let's welcome Maggie for his creative and emotional outlet in Chinese 5-element music therapy.
Hi, my name is Maggie Self-Davoodian. Thanks for having me at the 7th World Conference on Integrative Medicine. I'm excited to be here sharing my research and studies just surrounding the creative and emotional outlet in traditional Chinese medicine's 5 elements music therapy. Just a little bit about myself. I'm currently studying in the Georgian College program of acupuncture. I am an educator, creative music writer, recreation therapist, and my passion is for natural and holistic healing and supporting individuals to live their happiest and healthiest lives. And I've had some experience working in long-term care and different community clinics, focusing with individuals on their recovery and maintenance of their physical, emotional, and social well-being. And my background's also in music, so I've spent many years performing in musical theater since the age of 10. I've also done some guitar teaching and songwriting. And for me, songwriting has always served as a creative and emotional outlet. And through various guitar strummings and patterns, as well as chord progressions and different lyric choices, I've been able to evoke emotions within myself and also listeners of my music. So I'm excited to share my music with you today. And in connecting my music to traditional Chinese medicine's 5 elements music therapy, really connecting the music as a creative and emotional outlet. And so it's been remarkable, the studies and research that I have found on the correlation between different types of music and each emotion within the traditional Chinese medicine's 5 element. And for me, since my music writing is deeply rooted in emotion, a significant portion of this presentation will be dedicated to exploring how the 5 emotions can be elicited, regulated, and harmonized within traditional Chinese medicine. And to highlight the aim of this presentation will be the role of each emotional balance in maintaining overall homeostasis within the body and thereby promoting health. So we'll start with a bit of a history on Qi, Qigong, and the 5 elements theory, and that will lead us to understanding the creation of the 5 elements music therapy. I'll also explore a little bit about how some acupuncture practitioners are using the 5 elements music therapy in their practice today. I will then share 5 original songs that I wrote with my partner Panthea, which each song correlates with each of the 5 elements, musical notes, and emotions. And so each song has the potential to evoke emotion, which may allow the singer or the listener to better process an emotion they may be experiencing or bring out an emotion that they may be lacking in order to bring the body back to harmony, which is always the goal of traditional Chinese medicine's 5 elements music therapy. So just to start us off here with a quote, the 5 elements music therapy can regulate the function of internal organs, balance yin and yang, maintain the dynamic stability of qi and blood movement so as to keep healthy. And here I've just created a Venn diagram just to show the correlation and overlap of qi, qigong meditation, and the 5 elements theory, that when all put together kind of we can better understand the 5 elements music therapy. And for me, the idea really started with how songs can be meditative through different forms of breathing and making sure that the mind is in tune and to understand and process different emotions. And we'll get into a bit of the history of Qigong and Qi. So Qi we know is the vital energy, the dynamic force. Gong meaning the skill of cultivating, regulating, harnessing Qi for self-preservation, health, healing, and longevity. And so the goal of Qigong is to harmonize the breath, harmonize posture and body movements, and also harmonize the mind. And how is Qigong practiced? It's slow, intentional movements, focused, modulated breathing, consciously relaxing, and practicing with intention. So bringing that into the music therapy again, for me, there's some overlap with songwriting and the actual process of singing songs as well. And continuing with some of the benefits of Qigong meditation, it's been found to reduce depressive, physical, mental fatigue syndromes. There's anti-aging effects. It establishes the balance between the body, mind, and spirit, and also can help achieve optimal health, well-being, and spiritual cultivation. The 5 elements music therapy, now if we get into how that came to be, really in China dates back to the Neolithic age, the New Stone Age, and it was discovered through music therapy being added to the traditional Chinese medicine, and really putting those 2 theories and therapies together created the 5 elements music therapy. It was thought that the 5 music scales can mediate the 5 emotions by affecting the 5 organs, which in turn would treat diseases. It has also been found that there have been no adverse reactions to 5 elements music therapy, so it has been found to be very safe to practice. And originally, the 5 elements music therapy was used in ancient India and Western Egypt to relieve pain and suffering of the ill and during childbirth. And so just looking now at new studies and different types of benefits that have been found are regulating mood and sleep in patients with depression. It's also found that in combination with conventional therapy, it's been found to be more effective than just conventional therapy on its own. It's also been found to alleviate symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, which specifically a study was done at the Beijing University of Chinese Medicine using this ancient natural music. So this ancient traditional Chinese song called the High Mountains Flowing River was specifically used in this study to alleviate and found that it alleviated symptoms of seasonal affective disorder. So we'll just go ahead and play just a few moments from this song here for you. So now we will just have a look at some of the first representations of music therapy and within the 5 elements here, as seen in the Yellow Emperor's Classic of Medicine. So in the musical note section here, we can see the correlation with each of the 5 elements. So the first element being wood, we see the note being jiao, and the musical instrument would relate to the lute, fire being zi and the pipe organ, and earth being gong and a drum. For metal, we see shang and the resonant instrument, and for water, we see yu, and a stringed instrument might correlate with that best. It was also found in the Yellow Emperor's Classic, the quote here that's just saying, heaven has 5 tones as man has 5 organs. So again, they've been able to connect each of these musical tones with one of the organs in the element. And just to break that down even further, just so we can really dive deep into each of the elements here and which music note connected with the organ and the emotion. So for earth, we see, again, gong in Western music note that would relate to the note of si. And we see the emotion as worry, and it's connecting to the spleen. Going into metal, again, with the sheng being the note D, and the emotion for sadness, which would also be affecting the lung. Wood, jiao note E, affecting anger and the organ liver. Fire being Z, the note G, also bringing out or affecting the emotion joy, shock in the heart. And also water to finish. Here we have U and the note A, and the emotion being fear, affecting the kidney. And so overall we have, or I have looked at several studies. A lot of the goals of the study using the 5 elements music therapy, the goal is to bring balance to the yin and yang while regulating qi and blood. And many studies had wonderful benefits of using music therapy. Some include just after 4 weeks, individuals felt significantly less stressed. They had a significant decrease in anxiety and depression. And if you're wondering how is that used in today's practice, so I've discovered one acupuncturist named Lindsay Fauntleroy who has used traditional Chinese medicine's 5 elements music therapy in her practice by creating personalized music playlists based on the 5 elements. And so considering what her patients are going through, whether maybe they have a yin or yang deficiency, she might choose a specialized playlist for them based on that deficiency they might be experiencing. And so with her concepts of music playlists and how the 5 elements music therapy relate to the emotions, we will see how I've also connected that into some songwriting. And at this time, I would like to share 5 short songs that I wrote with my partner, who's accompanying me on the electrical guitar. Each of the songs correspond with each of the 5 elements music notes and emotions. So the lyrics, guitar strumming patterns, and notes were chosen with the intention of evoking emotions based on each element. So for me, as I mentioned before, the goal of songwriting is to help myself or the listener process and or experience emotions that may be stagnant or lacking. Thus, just as in 5 elements music therapy, the music should help to maintain or restore the body's harmony. And so the first song I'd like to share with you would be connected with the fire element. And so keeping in mind the song theme for the fire element would be helping you feel joyful or energized or sexy or loving. And Lindsay Fauntleroy explains the voice might sound like a laughing voice. And as you listen to the song, you might hear some happiness in the sound of my voice as I'm singing. And the emotion here we're hoping to evoke would be joy. And so I'll just play that song for you now. So in that song, you might have also heard an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar, which we also kept in mind that the musical note here for fire would be G. Going into the next song, here we have worry and, the earth element, which the emotion would be worry. And so with this one, the song theme would be building a sense of community, belonging. And the voice, as Lindsay Fauntleroy has mentioned, might sound like singing or soothing. And again, with the emotion being worry, you might just pick up on some of the lyrics that are expressed in this song. Might evoke some worried feelings, but also bringing back to the sense of community and belonging. So we'll go ahead and play this song for you now.
Together we can stand. Together we can fall. Together we can mend all the hurt we feel tomorrow. Don't even worry, babe. We're all here to hold your hand. Don't even worry, babe. Don't even worry.
So you might have picked up on some of the lyrics mentioning don't even worry, and just trying to kind of evoke that sense of community and soothing that emotion of worry. So moving on to the next element here, we have wood. And of course, the emotion we know here is anger. So the song theme here might be explicit, to allow for some of that anger to come out. So we might also want to inspire action or a confidence boost. And Lindsay Fauntleroy mentions the voice might sound like shouting. The note here we have is mi or e, and the organ we're affecting and trying to balance would be liver. So we'll go ahead and play the anger themed song here for you now.
You say you love me, but how can you if you don't see me? You say you need me, but I say
So you can hear there is anger in the lyrics, but there's also a confidence boost and inspiring action. The lyrics are expressing that I've left, so I don't need your bad energy, and that's supposed to inspire some action and a confidence boost, so kind of managing that anger emotion. And next we'll move on to the water element. So here we'll see that the emotion is fear, and the song theme might be involving a calming introspective feel to it, so going deep and self-reflecting, and also helping the individual connect to their own power and courage in the face of fear. And so the note here is U or A, so we took that into consideration when adding the electrical guitar in. And the organ that would be affected here would be the kidney. And so we'll go ahead and play the water-themed song for you now. So we hear in the lyrics there, the world has shown me the dark side. So that's the fear, but also recognizing the lyrics were mentioning that they saw hope in their younger self. So they're really digging deep and self-reflecting and kind of bringing back their power and courage in the face of fear. And that voice and guitar might have sounded like groaning. And so we'll get to the last element here, which will be metal. And this one is more of a sad song. So the theme might deal with wonder or greatness or admiration, maybe for an individual or a loss. So someone might be grieving, and we might think that to help someone grieving, we want to make them happy, but actually in this case, using the 5 elements music therapy, we want to use that sadness and evoke that sadness within to help someone, an individual, process that grief. So the voice, as Lindsay Fauntleroy mentions, might sound like sighing or weeping. You can hear the electrical guitar my partner's playing really does have a weeping effect. And the organ that would be affected here is also the lung. So we'll go ahead and play the metal song now. So hopefully you really felt there the sadness in that, those lyrics, and also the sound of the guitar. And so that concludes the songs and my presentation. I'll just pop my references up here for my research that I had done. And just to take the time to thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of the 7th World Conference on Integrative Medicine. This has been a wonderful experience. Again, doing research on just the creative and emotional outlet in traditional Chinese medicine's 5 elements music therapy. And I appreciate you allowing me to share this with you and be here with you today. Thank you.
谢谢 Maggie the great music, and the music make me feel the emotional. When I listen to music, I feel real the emotion and the healing experience for the remarkable the music therapy. And thank you, Maggie, for your own music. That's remarkable, and I know this your appreciation for the 7th World Integrative Medicine. This platform gave us opportunity to listen your music and your presentation. That's a wonderful experience for me, and thank you very much for this this amazing. The amazing emotional and the healing and the therapeutic presentation. And my vision is your success in Chinese medicine, in acupuncture, and in 5-element music therapy to harmonize people's emotion, to harmonize the people's qi, to harmonize the body and the mind. Thank you, Maggie, very much. And looking forward to your success and your presentation in the future. Thank you.